All right, the Fox is probably one of the more time-intensive ones as far as modeling the actual mesh itself. The idea with this is that you actually take pictures of a real object and then try and make a 3D model of it in Blender. So we're actually going to use pictures from the front, side, and top view of, in the tutorial they have just a little wolf toy. In theory you could do this with anything as long as it wasn't too concave. So the idea is that you're going to be putting in these particular pictures in. You probably want to rotate them or make sure you have them in particular places that are even. So it may be that the front view is a higher scale than like the left side or the top view. So that's something to watch out for. So I've gone ahead and downloaded some of these. You just go to the thing. Once you get to the actual image, you do a save as, and then you can put it wherever you want. I put mine on the desktop. So they're right here. So in this particular one, you probably want multiple views of the same particular scene. So what I would like to do is I would like to make 4 windows. So I'm going to right-click up here at the top and then say Split Area. Notice that it has this little line then, and you left-click and you get multiple things. So now I have 2 different views. They're actually of the same thing. If I try and grab this one, notice it moves it in both. I'm going to do that again this way and this way. So my plan is that one of these views is going to be the top view. One is going to be the front, one is going to be the side, and this will be the 3D one that I'm working in. And actually, probably what I'm going to end up doing is making this kind of the biggest area that I'm going to be working in. But notice now, if I grab this, I move it in all the different ones. All right, for this particular one, you probably want to stay out of perspective view. You probably want to be in orthogonal for all of these, so I'm going to switch those real quick. It'll allow you to line things up a lot more easily. Also, the background picture doesn't show unless you have it in orthogonal mode. All right, so now that I have this, how do I put in the background pictures? So notice that I'm going to have to watch out and make sure that the X direction and the Y direction always line up to the same point. So my plan is that the X direction is going to be towards the nose of my particular fox, and then I think Y will be to the side. So what I'm going to do is, there's this little plus sign off to the side, see right there. Towards the bottom of this, it has something called background image, so I need to add that in. So I say add image, and it's like, it's not set, it's an image, I should go open that. So on the desktop, I am going to go grab, which one is it? The top one is BC, apparently. BC. There it is. By the way, in here, you can actually set X and Y offsets. So if it's not quite in the right spot, I can do like 0.5 and move it over a little bit. If the size is wrong, I can scale it. So what you might end up wanting to do is actually try putting in all the pictures and scale it and make sure that the fox is approximately the same size in each of your different views. It may be, I think the front one is a little bit larger, for example. So front, going to go open. I'm guessing FW is forward? It is. There we go. So notice his face is just a little bit offset. So I probably want to move him a little bit to the right. Yeah, sure, about there. One thing they mention in the setup is that you might actually want to rotate some of these things as well. So you can use another editing software, GIMP or whatever you like, if you are wealthy enough to own Photoshop, something like that. And for my last trick, I will add in the one I didn't before, which I think was that one. So notice that, oh, I've got these in the wrong order, I just realized. So in this one, it should probably it's pointing in the wrong direction. The x-axis is pointing towards me, so this one actually should be the front. So I've actually loaded the wrong pictures in, because at the moment, if I try and do something with this, so if I go into edit mode and go grab this edge here and grab it this direction, notice how it's not going in the right direction in each of those pictures. So this one should be the front. Where is it? There it is. There we go. And this one actually should be the side. There we go. So that's the side of it. So his nose is there in the direction of the red axis. His nose in the direction of the red axis. Good. Over here, his nose in the direction of the red axis. All right. So now I can actually start doing the various extrusion points. The basic idea of this particular project is you're going to use these pictures as a guide to try and figure out where points go. So you're going to end up extruding out various boxes in the different directions, subdividing them, and eventually shaping them. So start shaping the points down so it kind of matches the guide. At a certain point, it will be hard to actually follow the guides because it won't be exact. And at that point, just go ahead and start creating the shape yourself. So notice like his leg doesn't only approximately lines up with this leg, but he's starting to get the rough shape. Once you have that down, then it's up to you to go ahead and do the drawing on it. We're doing subsurfacing here, and then you can do coloring as you like.